Part 4 Full Court Press Basketball Debate, the November 24th edition. Okay, so we just got finished talking about Lou Williams carrying Toronto. Now, Houston
leading,
defeats Dallas and takes over second in the Southwest Division. Yvonne Juneau, your thoughts on the outcome of this game and what won the game for Houston?
I don't know, but I'm thoroughly disgusted because I had Dallas down to win, and all the stats and all the analysts, the line was for Dallas. Really, Dallas should have, for all intents and purposes, won that game. You asking me what went wrong? I don't know. I'm not looking at the stat sheet.
What didn't go wrong?
Okay, I know one thing. Dallas was off big time.
Oh, you could say that.
I mean, it was hard. It was painful to watch.
We know Houston.
I watched this game in its entirety.
We know Houston does one thing more than any other team in the league. Not does it better, but does it more than any other team. And what is that?
3-point shots.
Okay.
You didn't have to ask me twice. I already
Houston
knew.
shot 46 threes in this game. 46 threes!
How many did they make?
They made 15 of them for 30%.
Okay. I thought you were going to say less than that. Because it looked like to me that no matter what they did, no matter what they threw, they just could not make that 3-point shot.
Dallas is not a 3-point shooting team.
No, however.
They shot 35 threes in this game.
How many did they make?
And made 6. 6 of 35.
That is pathetic. That brings up my question from earlier. When you realize it's not your night to shoot 3-pointers, stop! There's some nights.
There's a stat.
There is some nights that no matter what you throw up there, it's going to go in. There's some nights that no matter what you throw, it's not going to go in. There's some nights that you got to play the fundamentals to make it happen. Why can't they distinguish the difference?
And
You're in the middle of it. You're on the court. Stop it.
And then there's a stat that really gets overlooked, Yvonne. And we talked about this a lot last year with the Pelicans. And that's fast break points.
Okay.
Dallas had 10 fast break points in this game, which you don't go on a lot of fast breaks in a game. Houston had 23. Okay, that adds up. That adds up. Now, I'm just going to... James Harden had 32 points in this game. He's sensational. He's the third best shooting guard in the league, in my opinion.
Oh, he's awesome.
Always has been.
Awesome. You can count on him.
Chandler Parsons.
I already knew you were going to talk about Chandler.
Playing your former team.
Do you think that had anything to do with it? You think
I
that
think
was a
it should.
contributing-
I think it should have had something to do with it.
In the opposite way. It should have had,
He should have been more motivated.
he should have been more motivated because it should have had an adverse reaction on him.
Oh yeah, you motivated, right?
Instead,
He's
it-
motivated.
oh,
He's
no.
so motivated.
Yeah.
He scored 8 points on
I
3 of
know.
9.
I know.
And I would like to call out every single Dallas Maverick fan that throws up in my face that Dirk Nowitzki comes through in big games. Because to me, this was a big game.
Absolutely. A rival team in your own state.
Oh yeah. 4 of 18. But he shows up in big games, right? Oh, give me a break. 4 of 18 is showing up?
That for Dirk, that's pathetic. What did Dwight do?
Dwight didn't even play in this game.
I thought Dwight played.
No, ma'am.
And they still won.
Uh-huh.
Only by 3 points, but they still won.
4 of 18. Oh, yeah! Shut up.
That's pitiful. But it makes you wonder, based on what Dallas has been doing, do we pick them in the next pick? It's going to be
We'll talk about it.
Well, it's going to be a determining factor against, depending on who they're against.
Let's go to last night's games.
Okay?
First one, Portland defeats Boston, pushing its winning streak to 7 in a row. Yvonne, your thoughts on the outcome and what won the game for Portland in your eyes?
I picked Boston first, and then I changed it to Portland. And I'm glad I did. What won it, I can't really say, because I was flipping back and forth so much. I didn't concentrate on watching the game for long enough to know. I don't know any stats. I don't know what were the key factors. I was so busy watching the Clippers in Memphis and Denver and the Lakers, which I'm sure we'll talk about.
Yep.
Okay, that I would not be a good person to ask what was the determining factor that won that game.
Well, pretty simple. Couple things won the game.
Well, Portland's nothing to be messed around
Portland
with.
is another team that shoots a lot of threes.
Okay.
They shot 19 of them. They made 7. Boston does not shoot threes. Yet they shot 23 of them and made 5. It's not going to win.
Why would they do that?
And the thing that won the game,
Why?
the thing that won the game for Portland is out rebounding Boston 55-46.
That'll happen.
Now, LaMarcus Aldridge had 20 points and 14 rebounds in this game. But I want to read the preview, this opening paragraph to you. This was the preview for this game.
Before the game took place?
Damian Lillard, averaging 25.8 points on 56.4% shooting and 8.4 assists over the past 5 games, attempts to remain hot as the Trailblazers are in search of a 7th consecutive victory and 4th in a row over the Celtics. So that whole preview was about Damian Lillard.
Okay.
And you know me, on this show especially, I am not a guy that looks at the big picture. I'm a guy that says you have to win this game. I'm going to look at the big picture here. That whole article was about Damian Lillard.
Well, basically, it put the game on his back.
Try Damian Lillard, 12 points on 4 of 14. While his adversary, Rajon Rondo, had a damn near triple-double on 6 of 9.
Then what lost it for Boston?
My
because
point is, big picture, that you don't mess with Rajon Rondo.
Well, not only that, you don't base the whole game and talk about only 1 or 2 and single out those people.
Don't throw stats at Rajon Rondo.
No. He'll make a fool of you every time.
That's my big picture point. Just want to
Yeah,
throw that out
considering
there.
the man had a pen taken out of his hand 2 weeks ago.
Just throwing that out there.
Okay? So, my question to you, Chris. Did Boston lose that game or did Portland
No,
win
Portland
that game?
won. Aldridge 20 and 14. Yeah, they won.
Okay.
No,
So no matter what Rondo would have done without a supporting cast, He can't do it all by himself.
Right.
Okay. Got it.
Miami hangs on as Charlotte falls short at the buzzer. Yvonne, same two questions. Your thoughts on the outcome and what won the game for Miami in your opinion?
I will be so glad when Dwayne comes back. I will. Is there an estimated date for him
Supposed
to come
to be back soon. Supposed to be back soon.
I'll be honest with you. I don't have the stats in front of me. I think that was a lucky win.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think Miami, unless I'm wrong, and please tell me if I am, I don't think Miami outplayed Charlotte that much in the grand scheme of things. Now, I may be wrong. The stats may prove me wrong. But I think Charlotte held their own.
Well, Miami only won the game by 1, so obviously Charlotte did hold their own. Where you're not wrong, you're dead wrong, is that Miami didn't outplay them in the grand scheme of things, and that this was a lucky win. Charlotte lost this game, and let me tell you why.
Okay, so Miami didn't win it, Charlotte lost it.
Going into the fourth, Charlotte is up by 5 points.
Okay.
After outscoring Miami in the third quarter, 28-14.
That's inexcusable.
Now some quick stats. Seems like it's the same ones over and over and over again, isn't it? Field goal percentage.
Uh-huh.
Charlotte shot 47%, but gave up 50% to Miami. And three-pointers, Miami, not a three-point shooting team, but they were on. 11 of 23, while Charlotte was 7 of 21. Now,
Oh, not even a third?
that's exactly a third. Now, everybody keeps, when they talk about Miami, they talk about how Chris Bosh needs to earn his $118 million. And yes,
Right now he has to.
please let's not forget that Luol Deng is on this team.
Right.
Luol Deng reminded us last night that, hey,
I'm here.
26 points on 10 of 14.
That's awesome.
Hello!
How many points did Chris Bosh have?
21.
Okay.
In fact, 3 starters for Miami had
Right.
20 or more points.
Right. Double digits.
So, Charlotte, really? How do you allow that to happen?
When you're up by 5
You've
at
got
the
the
end of the
momentum.
third.
You just doubled their score in the third quarter and took over the lead. You've got all the momentum, and then you fall flat.
Yeah.
It's inexcusable to me. Gasol leads Memphis past the Clippers. Yvonne, same 2 questions. Your thoughts and what won the game for Memphis? Because you say you watched this game.
I did.
I want to know what you think won this game.
This is one of the ones that we had a different.
Oh, I picked the
about.
Clippers through and through. I'll
You
admit
picked
it.
the Clippers on this one, and I picked Memphis. And I just knew Memphis was going to win. Number one, they had home court advantage, which is not always favorable, and that does not make a big determination always as to who's going to win. But I had a feeling, being at home, that they were going to win, but they played. They played. You're looking at the stats. You tell me.
They played.
They
But it was
played.
more that the Clippers didn't show up.
Right. Right.
Well, excuse me. Certain members of the Clippers didn't show up.
Right.
You want the stats? I'll give you the stats. Clippers shot 42%. Memphis shot 49%. This hurts. Rebounds. Memphis, 52. Los Angeles, 32. That hurts.
Yeah, 20? I would imagine so.
Simply because I know the potential and the intangible ability of Jordan and Griffin for Los Angeles. I know that they can rack up the rebounds, and I know that they can rack up the block shots. And it was just non-existent. And this is the one that I'm about to say is just totally inexcusable on a Doc Rivers-led team. Assists. Memphis had 20 assists. The Clippers, a team led by not only Chris Paul, but Doc Rivers, who preaches defense and passing, 14 assists. 14. Well, I know what the post-game speech was about.
I do know one thing in the fourth quarter, when Blake Griffin got hit in the face and got a little nosebleed, bled on his jersey, and they had to go through the whole scenario of the cotton ball up the nose, changing his jersey, and all that kind of stuff. After that, he was useless on the court.
Okay, but he was useless before that. That little nosebleed was the least of his problems.
I
okay?
understand that.
Marc
but that
Gasol
made him more useless.
Marc Gasol had 30 points and 12 rebounds.
Yep.
I don't want to talk about Marc Gasol.
Why?
Because I don't.
Played a hell of a game last night.
Okay, great.
He played. You just don't like him, but he played.
I don't like him, but I also know that Blake Griffin was guarding him. Quote, guarding him.
No, he wasn't.
Please.
No.
Okay?
Didn't have.
So I know that if you stick Dwight Howard or Anthony Davis on Marc Gasol, he doesn't do that. Sorry, he's not that good.
Right.
Okay?
But he was last night.
Chris Paul last night had 22 points on 7 of 13. He had 5 assists and 5 rebounds. Blake Griffin had 12 points on 5 of 17. Yet people want to tell me that Blake Griffin is a superstar.
Not me. No. And then you add the little injury in the fourth quarter. After that, he was more useless than he was before.
Okay, I'm done. Point is, Clippers just didn't show up in this game.
No. I have been saying they are the most, in my opinion, right now, they run a close race as being one of the most inconsistent teams. They can just mop the floor with somebody one night and then just not. And let me tell you something. I haven't seen that look of frustration on Chris Paul's face like I saw last night in a long time. He was frustrated.
Denver overcomes the Lakers in overtime. Yvonne, same 2 questions. Your thoughts and what won the game? Oh, excuse me. What won the game for Denver?
One of my wins.
No, ma'am. You picked the Lakers.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, yeah, clap for me because I picked Denver.
Oh, you're right.
Go ahead, clap for me.
That's right. I picked the Lakers. That's right. I'm looking at the wrong game. That was one of the most frustrating, aggravating. I was hollering at the TV. That was one of the most frustrating games I have ever seen. Not just one team, both of them. They took turns to see who could throw the most bricks. They took turns to see who could turn the ball over the most. I don't know the stats you do. They took turns seeing who could steal the ball out of the other person's hand the most. Okay? They really struggled and they went into overtime. It was like adding salt to the wound. It's like when the game finished and they tied it up, I was thinking to myself, and even the announcers were saying, do we really have to watch this brutality for another 5 minutes? It was tough to watch. It really was tough to watch. Kobe was beside himself. He was. I really thought the Lakers were going to pull it off till the overtime kicked in.
15-8 in overtime.
Yep.
In favor of Denver.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing I can say is the Lakers thought when they went into overtime that the game was over.
No, the only thing you should be able to say right now is that the Lakers need to stop shooting three-pointers!
Yep.
You have any idea?
No, but it's bad.
Denver was 10 of 37.
That's bad enough. I'm telling you, the stats on this game from both
The
teams
Lakers.
must be horrible.
The Lakers were 3 of 24.
Oh my gosh.
8%. 8! It almost makes you want to laugh.
I am laughing.
8%.
1/8. Yeah. That when you're real, I'm gonna say it again for the 4th time since we started. When you realize it's not working, stop.
And rebounding, Denver 57 to 50 over the Lakers. Kobe Bryant had 27 on 10 of 24. One thing that was good for the Lakers was Jeremy Lin in this game.
Yes.
Was aggressive, 17 points on 8 of 15.
Yes.
I don't know if you realize it, Denver didn't play as bad as you think they did. 5 players over 10 points in this game for Denver.
Okay.
Total team effort, they won. They won.
Sure they did.
And in overtime.
Yep. It was a very difficult game to watch. Both teams.
I'm going to update you on the records now.
Wait, we didn't talk about OKC and Golden State.
There's nothing to talk about.
Sure there is.
No, there's not. No, there's not.
You don't want to mention the fact that it looked like OKC was going to win?
Golden State should be ashamed of themselves.
Okay.
It's that simple. It's that simple.
By only winning by 5 points?
But I keep telling you, do not underestimate Oklahoma City. And you keep saying, until they play Philadelphia, they're not...
No, I keep saying until Kevin Durant and Westbrook come
No. Yeah, exactly. And you keep saying...
Mama.
Part 5 will be coming next.